We all love our pets, which is why some owners often let their pets indulge in the scraps from the table. Yet the Thanksgiving Day feast is loaded with foods that can do our pets some harm. So we're going to go down the list today with our Find a Friend expert, Dr. Crystal Decker with Rascal Animal Hospital, and she's joined today by Janet Pierpoint from Pet Promise, who brought along an adoptable kitty. Thank you for both being here, and thank you for bringing this beautiful cat. What a different coloring, Janet.
She is beautiful. This is Ivy. She's been in the program with us since April. I'm her foster.
Okay.
So Pet Promise is all foster based.
Well, that's what I wondered. I hadn't heard of your group before. What is your mission?
We try to I'm sorry about that. We're trying to bring in all the animals that are homeless and at shelters that are on last row, so death row.
So that they don't get put down, basically.
So true, so true. Now, Ivy was a rescue. She came into my backyard, and I contacted Pet Promise, and they asked me to be a foster, and so that's what we're doing. And there's 21 adult cats in our program right now that are desperately looking for homes.
Good with kids, a family cat, independent. I mean, how do you
She's very,
describe?
very, very independent.
Okay.
She has not been exposed to children, but other pets, she's very selective.
Well, that's always good to know about that pet's personality, isn't it?
Very true. So.
Well, Dr. Decker, we also wanted to talk about the dangers of Thanksgiving. When you look at the table, what are some of the worst things that people can slip under that table for their pet?
So turkey, and especially the skin, are going to be harmful. They have a lot of spices and fat and greasiness to them. Those can lead to things like pancreatitis. In addition, the bones in the turkey can be very dangerous to our pets. They can splinter in the stomach and actually cause perforations in the intestines, which can be very life-threatening to the pet. So that's going to be a very important one. Then we have the foods that have onion and garlic in them. Also pretty bad for our pets. They can actually cause different blood diseases and blood disorders in our pets, which people may not even think of something that serious from just a food issue.
Yeah, they think they're giving their dog a treat, when in reality it's harming their pet.
Yep, yep. And then we all know, obviously, kind of our chocolates and our sweets and stuff like that can cause a lot of issues. And then some other important things would be bread products, especially the dough can actually rise in our animals' stomachs and cause them bloat.
Oh my gosh.
And some really serious problems and make them very ill.
And sadly, you've probably seen these kinds of cases.
Yes,
everything you've
unfortunately.
described.
Yep, unfortunately. So yeah, so definitely important to keep those foods away from our pets. Maybe even be a good idea during the meal to maybe put your pet in a safe location, a room separated from everybody, and make sure your guests know not to be feeding your pet anything that you don't want them to be eating.
Well, I was going to say, I think especially if there's going to be young people there, it might be a good reminder to let them know, it's not just don't do it, but why don't do it.
Definitely. So, yep, not safe for the pets, and definitely can end up in a trip to the emergency room for the family on Thanksgiving as opposed to a nice, enjoyable family time.
And we're hoping it's enjoyable family time, but there can be all kinds of things that happen during the holidays, and some of that stress can be felt by animals too, can't it?
Yep, and I also, wanted to mention it's really important, especially always, but during the holidays, make sure your pet has a ID tag on, especially when guests are coming and going, because they may have a tendency to slip out the door. So another good reason maybe to keep them maybe locked up during parts of the holiday, especially when people are coming and going, so they don't get out of the home as well.
I just thought of that because I'm having my 2 young nephews come, and they're going to want to play outside with the dog and run, and then I could just see them leaving that gate open, and there goes the dog. So yeah, those are things to keep in mind. Any other suggestions of how we can keep our pet calm then with all these people invading?
Mostly just
let them have their own place
is probably going to be the most important thing. A quiet room away from everybody, especially if you maybe have a dog that has a lot of anxiety issues. Maybe a crate or a kennel would be best for them. Maybe give them their own special Thanksgiving treat too. That is a doggy or kitty approved product. So.
And if someone is interested in this cat, Janet, how can I get a hold of you?
We have a website,
okay.
www.petpromise.org. And all of our adoptables are listed out there as long as the online application.
Perfect. So. Ladies, thank you so much, and happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you. You too.